water is an integral part of who we are. Turn on the tap and drink water, but don't necessarily think, how did it get here? How do I know it's safe? So we want to help people better understand their connection to water. A watershed is an area of land surrounding a body of water, and all the water that falls on that area of land drains to one specific point. It's not just the water body itself, it's all the land around it. So in order to make sure that water is protected, we have to make sure people who live in the watershed are doing things to protect that water. So we kind of see ourselves as the ambassadors for the water to help people understand their connections. I'm the education manager, so I work with our school-age education programs. The CLEAR Fellowship brings in interns every year from University of Michigan, and we work with them to practice science here in Northern Michigan. They will go out with our monitoring staff on the watershed protection team, and the CLEAR Fellowship and our interns are incredibly important to us. Every summer they help us collect data on streams all across Northern Michigan. We help provide that experience so that they can then go on and become a watershed steward in the future.
I started out as a dual major coming into school in art and environmental science. I really realized that I love the sciences, I love ecology, but there's always been this intersection for me where a lot of my art takes inspiration from nature and patterns that I see in nature, and I try to incorporate that into my art. The internship at Tip of the Mitt Watershed Council has just overall been such an incredible experience, and I feel like every day I'm learning something new. The Watershed Council addresses the community and gets information out to the community about different watershed quality problems. When we're out in the field and collecting data, ultimately that data will help us support initiatives that we're working on towards implementing local changes, whether that be a dam removal or doing erosion control. Our watersheds are also dependent on the species who use those watersheds. How healthy are they? How able are they to reproduce and exist in that area?
Tip of the Mitt is such an interesting organization to me and very inspirational because it was not founded with a big grant from outside of the state. It was founded and funded by local people who care about their water quality and care about their lakes. And this was in the 1970s, which even back then was a huge issue of concern here in Northern Michigan as people were watching more and more development around the lakes. Project CLEAR visited and tested all the lakes in the area. The genesis and the operation of Project CLEAR was 100% student run. As the Project CLEAR alum got older, we began to formulate the idea of starting a small initiative to get new students into the mix the way that we had been in the mix, to give them the same type of experience that we had had that had been so influential to our own career development, to take one or two students at a time and place them at the Tip of the Mitt and have them live here at the biological station, have them be that flywheel in the operation between science and applied problems, and hopefully give them the same sense of inspiration and purpose and to go into this field themselves. Right now for the planet, it is absolutely critical for us to train the next generation of environmental professionals ready to take this on, because the problems are big and they need to have both the background and the inspiration to do the work.